Hey guys, this is Katrina with Treaty's Plans. Welcome back to my channel. I had a couple people message me on Instagram asking me when I did a flip through of my planner, they noticed the grade sheets out of the teacher planner in there, and they messaged me to find out how I'm using them. So I wanted to show you guys how I am using those in my planner. So these are July page. These are well, let me just get started. This is a blank one because I'm not sure how to use just this section on this page specifically. So, but this next page here, this is where I track like my monthly to-dos. I haven't done any of this down here with my dogs, but I can look back in my planner and find out when this is done. But this I look at every single month. This is basically when I do my household, like my household chores. I have one of these for my car too. For my car, like I have a section for my car, my husband's car, that kind of stuff, like the kids' bikes. When did we get them new tires? When did we put slime in their tires? You know, those kinds of things. So like this says furnace filter, check the smoke detector batteries, deep clean the washing machine, clean out the dryer lint trap, I check all my food for expiration dates, deep clean my pantry. Now I do wipe my pantry down, and I do sweep and mop it whenever I do my kitchen, as needed. So you know, like tonight I swept and mopped my kitchen, so the pantry floor got swept and mopped. But on the, let's see, so on the 12th I actually go in and I do a major deep clean. Like I take everything off the shelves, I wipe the shelves down, you know, just and reorganize it and do all of that. So same thing with the fridge. If something gets spilled in my fridge, obviously we clean it up. Well, I can't say we, I clean it up, make sure everything stays organized, you know, and whatnot, and put it back in its place and make sure it stays stocked. But once a month I go through, I take out all the shelves, I wipe it down, I reorganize the bin, take all the bins out that have the snacks and the juices and all that stuff in there, and I take everything out of them, put it back in the fridge, wash the bins, do all that kind of stuff. So I organize my freezer, freshen mattresses, take all the sheets, the memory foam mattress toppers, all of them, I lay those on the floor, sprinkle baking soda on everything, let it set a couple of hours, and then I go back and vacuum it up. And it just helps keep our mattresses fresher, and I feel like our mattresses last longer. So I've done that for several years, and then also shampooing carpets. So I need to go through and mark off a couple of these because I have been doing them. The only one that I haven't been tracking is when I shampoo my carpets, but I find that I do that at least once a month. So I went ahead and added that onto it, I think last week, and I just haven't gone through and tracked it. But I do keep track of all of this stuff in my catch-all planner and my to-do list. So I just need to go through and figure out what days and whatnot I did it. Now this last column with these numbers in it is typically the day that I end up doing it. Now July was a little bit different because I didn't get, my mom had chemo on the 20th, so I actually didn't get the mattresses done on the 20th, but I did do them on the 21st. So it's pretty close to when they get done, and I do that every other month. So I just need to go through and check that off. So that's one way I do it. One way I use them. So the second way I use them is for like a grounding tracker, like when my kids are grounded. So, and how I do it is I just take, this isn't an actual, this I just threw together so that I could show you, because it was on this page I actually am using, and this page was blank. So I just like threw it together because I didn't want to show my actual, when my kids were actually grounded. So say one of my kids got grounded from the pool, from the, well, this isn't a good color. Let me use this dark pink color. From the pool, from the 1st, so they got grounded for a week. So I would just come up here and I would highlight this, a week's worth, from the 1st to the 7th. And then they got grounded from the PlayStation for 3 days down here. And then from electronics here. and then they got their phone taken away for 4 or 5 days down here. And that's how I track it. So then let's say they already were grounded from the pool until the 7th, and on the 4th or on the 6th, they, I don't know, did something, and or they, you know, whatever, because they weren't grounded from the city park, they were still able, and I drove by and I found out they were in the pool. So then I'm going to ground them for another week from the pool, and I'm just going to color that in. And then they're also going to get grounded from the city park for that same amount of time, because the city park and the pool are right next door, like the pool is in the city park, on the edge of the city park. So, and then I just track it, and then I know, okay, well, they overlap this chore or this grounding. So, you know, it just helps me keep track of when they're grounded, because I have a lot of kids. I have a lot of stuff going on. Well, I don't have a lot of kids. I have 3 kids at home. I have 8 total, but 3 at home. And I'm taking care of my mother-in-law while she's going through her cancer treatment. We have 3 dogs, and yeah, it's a lot. So, we have, like, this just helps me. So, again, this is like punishment, grounding, tracking. You know, if they just lose something for a day, then I go ahead and notate it for a day, and I like to keep track of it. And especially with our 10-year-old, like, we sit down at the end of the month and say, okay, we need to work on this. We need to work on this, you know, whatever. And a lot of times I'll, like, make a note. Like, I'll take my Pigma Micron 01, and okay, so say he got grounded from electronics for this 5 days, and then I'll just write a little note as to why he got grounded. So he got grounded from electronics that day because or for those days because he didn't keep his room clean, or he mouthed off, or, you know, he said a naughty word, or didn't put I don't know, punched his brother, or, you know, whatever, because they're boys and they just do that kind of stuff. But it just helps me keep track, and then we can talk about his behavior, because I always like to reward my kids, but with having good behavior, doing well in school, not getting, you know, not getting in trouble, those kinds of things, I think it's important. So just like at work, I like to get raises for doing a good job, for, you know, my performance reviews and all of those things. Basically, that's kind of how we look at this, as like a monthly performance review for the kids. So it really works well, and they seem to like it. Well, the 10-year-old likes it. The older kids not so much, because I'm harder on them than I am on the 10-year-old. But the oldest that's at home is 18, and the other one is 15. So fixing to be 16. So, I mean, you know, and he's 10. So they get more privileges. They have more, you know, I expect more from them. So, and then this one is like a chore tracker. This is so I have week 1, week 2, week 3, week 4, and then if there were 5 weeks, I would have a week 5. And then these are the chores. So the way that chores work at our house is we have like daytime chores, and then we have nighttime chores. And the 3 daytime chores that we really have are cleaning the bathrooms, vacuuming, and putting away the dishes. So they kind of rotate through those 3. Mowing and weed eating is something that's not necessarily a chore, it's just kind of an extra thing that needs to be done. And then the same with trash and recycling. So they kind of rotate through there. TJ does trash and recycling a lot. He doesn't mow, and he's never ran the weed eater. He just doesn't. And then at night, I cook dinner every single night, so I don't clean the kitchen. So they break it up. Like TJ always clears the table, and then Aiden and Ashton rotate between someone's doing the dishes or loading the dishes into the dishwasher, and someone is cleaning off the counter. So it kind of breaks it up a little bit for them, so they're not doing so much. You know, on top of that, they've got to keep their rooms clean. They do their laundries on their laundry on their laundry day, those kinds of things. So it's definitely not a lot, but in return for that, all 3 of them have cell phones, they have PlayStation, they have pool passes, they have video games, they've got Netflix, Hulu, they've got TVs in their bedrooms. You know, they have all of those things. So, plus, you know, spending money and allowance and that kind of stuff whenever they need it, want it. Plus, you know, we go to the county fairs, and we go to the carnivals, and, you know, we do all that, you know, fun stuff, and vacations and all that. So, they don't really have a lot to do in order to earn those things. So, it works out very well for us. And it's just a nice small thing. It's not huge and bulky and whatnot that I can just use to keep track of and kind of look at from one month to the next. So anyways, that's how I use these in my planner. If you have any questions, feel free to send me a message. If you like this video, go ahead and hit the like button. If you're watching it on YouTube, don't forget to subscribe if you want to see more of my videos. If you're watching this on Instagram TV, because I'm posting it on both, if you like this content, go ahead and follow me and it'll bring up the rest of my content. I also post on on regular Instagram, not just Instagram TV as well, so you can catch pictures and whatnot, reels. I got a couple of reels up and all that stuff, and I just keep adding content. So I look forward to seeing you guys. I look forward to helping you. If you have any questions, comments, if you have any ideas on how to use those sheets, that'd be great. You know, we all can learn from each other. So anyways, thanks for watching. I look forward to seeing you next time. Have a great day.